Hello everybody, my name is CC Dragonblade, and welcome to a new what if called What If Deku Became Bendy from Bendy and the Ink Machine. And this, where we start off is when Deku was cleaning out his, an attic, trying to decide, trying to help his mother by cleaning the attic. Then he found an old projector. He was interested and he asked if he could have a break so he can see if this thing works. She said yes, and to their surprise, it actually worked. And he also found some tapes, so he put one in, and it was about the dancing demon. And Izuku was so decided to watch it to see how this cartoon goes. And once he watched it, he was immediately in love with the cartoon. So he found every single tape in the attic. He was hoping to find more, but couldn't. Then he found a map on where the studio is. And it was in America where his father is. He asked his mother when he gets his on his 4th birthday, if he can go to America to find the studio. She thought about it and she said, "Okay, I'll tell your father on what he wants to do, on what you want to do." And he immediately said yes. Loud Out was immediately excited. Then his mother told Hisashi about it, and he was happy. He was happy to see his son for the first time in so long, and on his birthday. So so time skip to Deku's fourth birthday. When it became his 4th birthday, him and his mother immediately gone on the plane to go to America. When they did, they took up a taxi to go find Hisashi. They found his house and got there and knocked on the door. When he opens, he immediately hugged his family, happy to see both of them. And he told them to let him get ready. Then we can go to the studio. When they did, they found out it was kind of abandoned. But it was not locked for some reason. So they decided to go in and try to find what's and they saw it was very, very old. And Deku found the copy he already had, knowing that it's Tombstone Picnic. He was happy to see that. Then, right next to the projector, it was a plushie. He immediately grabbed it because Bendy was his favorite character out of the cartoon and started hugging it and squeezing it. And as they move on and learn everything, they found the ink machine. They knew they needed ink, but not this much ink. And Deku was amazed to see it and was happy to see it. And he wanted to see how it works, so he asked if they can try and find see what's going on. So they explored the place, and then the first thing Hisashi and Inko saw was Boris. We all know what happened, so let's not talk about it. So they tried to keep Deku away from that place. And they immediately heard a footprint came down, and found some tapes telling them how to make the ink machine work. They found all the items and put it in, and told Izuku to go to the ink machine so he sees it start firsthand. He did so, and Inko and Hisashi gone to the valve for making the ink flow, and turn on the lever. But what they didn't know was that's gonna be the worst mistake they ever did. Some pipes burst and fell onto Izuku, killing him. But lucky for them, the ink machine was already activated. When they came to check on Izuku, Hisashi decided to pick up on the ink machine. Actually, flashback. Midoriya found a blueprint of the ink machine. He decided not to look at it, but took it because Izuku might want it when he grows older. And what they found out was horrific, seeing their baby die. They were so devastated. But the ink machine was still going, and the ink was moving like it was alive. And it moved closer and closer to Izuku and started to invade any place that it can to enter his body. They were freaked out and tried to get Izuku away from it, but couldn't because it was already too late. It already invaded Izuku's mouth and his systems. Then they saw Izuku turn pale as pale as snow, and his hair black as night. And clothes, new types of clothes immediately start coming onto him. It looks like a tux. And they were surprised. And Hisashi decided to look at the blueprint and see what is going on. Then he learned that, by the way, these are the true blueprints on what the ink machine actually does. He learned that the ink machine can resurrect somebody or reanimate them. And Lucky grabbed it so he knows what's going on, but he's still surprised on how. When Izuku gets up, he said, "What's happening? What happened?" Then he immediately got two sets of different memories. The memories of Bendy and his own. He couldn't tell which one is truly his. But Inko went up and hugged her baby. He was surprised and asked, "Mom, who am I?" She immediately say, "What do you mean?" "I have two sets of memories. Can't choose which one's mine and which one's not. They're all jumbled up together." And he started to cry a little bit with ink running down his face. Inko just hugged him tightly and said that it's okay. And no matter what you look like or who you are now, you're always my baby. And Hisashi said that we're just lucky that what this thing does is, we're just lucky that you're still alive. Well, that thing the ink machine saved you. And Izuku and Inko said, "What do you mean?" He told them on what it does. They asked on how he knows this, and he told them that he found a blueprint on the ink machine and found out what it does. It reanimates or resurrects somebody. They were surprised and know that it was lucky for him. And sadly, his death day he was reborn as something new. But then they noticed that he has horns and a tail. Demon horns and tails. And a tail. And they thought, oh my gosh, that's kind of... They were shocked. And Inko decided to touch the horns. It was... And she immediately thought it was real. And then they realized on why he has two sets of memories. Because he resurrected as Bendy, the dancing demon. Because they saw him, and he looked like Bendy, but different, more human, a humanoid body. But Inko already said that she wouldn't care on what he is now. So she's gonna keep her promise. And asked if you're feeling alright. Yeah, why? Look at your touch your head. And he obliged and noticed that there was something on his head. And said, "What is this?" They're horns. Demon horns. Looks like this thing didn't just resurrect you in a way. It also made you become your favorite character. Wait, are you telling me that I'm Bendy, the dancing demon now? They both shook their heads yes, and he immediately jumped in joy that he is Bendy, the little dancing devil. And so they got out because wasn't safe for Izuku. They don't know how if this was a one chance thing, so they're keeping Izuku away from. They decided to keep Izuku away from the the studio because it's not safe for him. So they spend the rest of the night at home, and they spend like a month in America. People thought that Izuku's quirk made him look like that, and Hisashi and Inko and Izuku lied to make sure to keep him safe and and keep the ink machine safe because if he dies or someone he loves dies, maybe he would use it the right way. So the day on when they start packing to go home, Hisashi told Deku that his dreams came true. That your dreams will come true. And that even though you may not be, part of you may not be my son, and part of you is, it doesn't matter how much you are my son. And if that, you're now my little dancing devil. So, dance your life, dance your life away. Dance until you reach your goals, my little dancing devil. And Izuku hugged his dad one last time and said bye to him as they got onto the plane. When they got there, they immediately went home because of the jet lag. And they slept it off until it's time for Izuku to go to school. When he got to school, everybody was surprised on what happened to him. He told everyone that he awoken his quirk in America. Everyone asked what his quirk is, and Izuku was kind of hesitant to tell them, but he thought of something. Dancing devil. My quirk isn't. He told them that his quirk was the dancing devil. Everybody thought, why dancing devil? Well, because it makes me look like a demon. So, That's why I have a demon tail and demon horns. They asked if there's any powers. He told them he doesn't know yet, so maybe later he'll awaken them someday. And then they couldn't wait for the powers to awaken, so they don't question him any longer. Then Bakugo always started bullying people because of his large ego. As Ichigo saw this, he was pissed and said, "Don't you hurt anybody else, Kachan." And Bakugo said, "What did you say, you damn nerd?" "I said, don't hurt anybody." You may have gotten your quirk, but that doesn't mean you can't stop me, demon. That kind of hurt Izuku a bit because his own friend, who he saw as a brother, he hurt his pride. But that doesn't mean. But he didn't care. Because bullying people is wrong. That's what villains. Then Izuku said, "That doesn't matter. You're bullying people because they have weak quirks. It means you're acting like a villain." That kind of hit Bakugo really hard, so Bakugo was very, very mad. As he tried to send an explosion at Izuku, something happened. A large hand made out of ink punched the explosion, and it's grasped. And Izuku was like, "Is ink? Why ink?" Then he realizes, "Does that mean I can control ink? That's amazing." He was happy to finally found out that thanks to him becoming the dancing devil, he can control ink. Then he used his ink demon hand and smack Bakugo and his goons away. And the kid who was being picked on was actually Momo. And she thanked him. A bit of his thanks to him being the dancing devil, he has a little bit of demon instincts, so he immediately got a little bit of lust, but he pushed that back a lot and asked her if she's alright. She said yes, and then they became friends. You could tell that Momo was still kind of sad. So he thought of something on what to do. Then the realization came that he's basically a cartoon now. He's basically Bendy. So he decided to start acting like Bendy, making funny things, doing funny things like a cartoon should. and she was laughing really loud. Then it was time for her to go. She asked him, "What's your name?" "My name is Izuku Midoriya, the dancing devil." And she laughed at that. "Okay, little dancing devil. See you around. I hope we'll meet again." "Me too, Momoyara Rosu. Me too." As they left, as Momo left, he merely ran to the tree and bonked his head on it, saying, "What was that? Why did I have that weird feeling? Man, I need to research on demons, on why I felt that feeling. Should have researched more when I learned about Bendy." He immediately got home and started researching on what demons were supposed to, what demons were. He learned that they are beings made out of evil, that are kind of evil. But then he found a site on what they actually do. He learned that demons aren't really evil, they're just chaotically good. They were made to take bad souls and put them down in the underworld. And he thought, so demons can be heroes too. They just were out of control that day. As he said this, he merely thought, if I'm a demon, that means I might have some bad intentions. I might have to train my mind to keep those intentions back in my mind. In the back of my mind. So he learned how to meditate. And that will be the end of this episode. The next episode is gonna be what if the next episode is gonna be what he's gonna do next on when he goes into UA. So if you liked it, like and subscribe, comment down below on what you think, and see you all later. Goodbye.